Okay, hello everyone. This thing with the background music is getting better and better. I'm getting used to it, so thanks again, Nat. Okay, so welcome to our last town hall for the month of June. We're going to go through our regular agenda with the DAO committee updates, governance squad updates, facilitation updates, and the grant support squad updates. And then we'll open the mics for an open forum for everyone to ask any questions if you have. And with that said, I think that we can start with the governance squad updates. Not much to say. They have been doing some code maintenance and performance improvements and advancing on the implementation of the bidding and tendering mechanism. So no presentation today, but yeah, they're making some progress on the bidding and tendering flow. So with that said, I think we can jump into till we wait for Killian for giving us the committee updates. We can go with the operations and facilitation updates. So the first thing that we wanted to announce is that in the following weeks, we're going to release the first community pulse survey. And this survey is going to touch base on specific topics about the performance of the different core units, about transparency, about financials. The main topics that we have been discussing this last couple of months. So what we want to do with this on a bi-monthly basis is to gather community opinions and sentiment about those specific topics. Every 2 months, we'll probably deep dive into different topics, but right now it's more at the general level. So again, this is going to be this survey is going to be submitted in, I think, next week or the week after. So we hope everyone can answer the questionnaires. Next update is about the in-world headquarters. So this is something that has been around again for a long time, and with this contest that the Sandstorm has made to build the headquarters, we thought it was a good timing for us to start finding a way to actually build our headquarters in world. So yesterday, I think yesterday it was, I submitted a proposal again at the general level for us to decide how to build that headquarters in world. I'm going to share the link. And the thing about this is not only to decide where and how to build the headquarters, but to start the discussions about this. So if this proposal passes, we're probably creating a working group to decide about, not only the place, but also the design, the features and functionalities that the headquarters need to have. So yeah, this is going to be a collaborative exercise with everyone. And that's a really good notice because we are aiming in the next term, in the next few months, to start getting more town halls in world. Besides the in-world meetups, we're going to try to host in-world town halls, so we need a place for that. I hope everyone can vote on the proposal, and if we finally create the working group about this, please join and give us your opinions. Okay, hey Gillian, how are you?
Hey, good on you. I thought it was tomorrow, sorry.
No problem. We're finalizing with the facilitation squad updates, and then we'll jump into the DAO committee update. Okay, so the other thing that we want to Up to you is on the strategic planning working group. So basically, we had our fourth session for strategic planning. We made some progress on the definition of KPIs and metrics. We are working with the foundation and the DCL metrics team closely for giving closure to this diagnosis stage. And at the same time, we are still conducting the comparative analysis between the Decentraland DAO and other DAOs, and between the Decentraland metaverse and other metaverses. So once we achieve to finalize those comparative analyses and to close the diagnosis stage, we'll jump into the goals and objectives definitions for the different topics that we've been discussing. Regarding this specific working group, we're probably going to shift the way that we work, because there are a lot of topics around, a lot of side projects that are going on about the different area that we touch base on. So we're probably creating a different channel on the Discord. We're going to archive the current one, and we're going to create another one using the forum feature of the Discord to try to order the discussions and conversations in a better way. So I think that's going to be implemented between today and tomorrow, but it's going to be pretty much the same, just that we're going to have specific threads for each one of the topics and areas of interest that we are discussing. Okay, with that said, I think I can pass it to Nat.
Hello, can you hear me?
Perfect.
Cool, awesome. Yeah, so I'll just go over some of the stuff that I've been doing and working on. So last week we hosted our last AMA for that round with the SDK team. There's going to be a little break and a revamp of the AMAs, and we'll keep you posted once the new round starts up again. Also, in case you missed it, we had another Twitter Spaces this past Tuesday with the facilitation squad this time, and we talked about strategic planning working group, upcoming onboarding sessions, and followed by an open forum style AMA with lots of great community insights shared. So be sure to check that out if you have not. And here I have the link. I'm also posting all of these on our YouTube, just another format, fun format to view it. So I just pasted it there. Also, this week, the planned in world meetup I had was not able to make it last minute, but we do have for next one Wonder Zone lined up, so that should be a fun one. And also, we started porting all our new Decentraland DAO our past content to our new Decentraland DAO Medium, and including the recent blog published by Grant Sports Squad. If you guys haven't checked it out, it's titled Transparency and Support, the Grant Sports Squad's Role in Grant Analysis. It's a really excellent overview. Highly recommend checking it out. And you can also, that's a cool thing, I'm sure you guys all know, you can just click and listen to it on Medium, which is really nice. And we'll also be posting a lot more content on there, so be sure to head over and follow, and so you can get all our latest publications on there. And just a little reminder, if you guys have any events, be sure to use the form that we created for the community calendar, and I will paste it right here for you guys as well. And I'm also continuing to build out and plan our guests for, it's part of our new facilitations proposal. I'm doing another event in Discord. It's going to be called Brick by Brick Builders Club, and these will be hosted twice a month on our Discord. This is an education and inspiration focused meetup. We'll be showcasing behind the scenes and workflow of the creator community. So each session will feature highlighted creator, developer. We'll also be working with Foundation side on this, and yeah, so excited for that. Hopefully middle to end of next month, those sessions will launch. Also working on the onboarding documentation as well, and we will be hosting our first onboarding session this coming Monday. Continue as well to plan, create, post Twitter, YouTube channel, all our info, including our town halls, which will be posted there later today. So with that, I'll pass it back to you. Thanks. Yeah, brick by brick. I love Nikki. Okay, bye.
Thanks, Nat, for that. Okay, so I think we can get back to the DAO committee updates. So I'll pass it to you, Kilian.
Hey, so this month we paid the curator 15,000 mana. I will send in the chat how much per person. We currently have 86,000 DAI in reserve. We revoked preventively Decentraland X. We also updated the minimum we exchange via Mimic. So Mimic is an automatic exchange bot we use to convert mana to DAI from 100 to 1000 mana, so we can save a bit on gas. We sent 900,000 mana to be swapped automatically, so it swapped up to 75,000 mana a day. And we also funded 5 different grants. So the grant from Tobic to create a video, the renewal for the Genesis City map, Wondermine that we recreated with a different time schedule. We also funded the Decentraland DAO Facilitation Squad renewal on Metaverse Meta Residence Tower that we will have to revoke because it's in the wrong category. So that's about what we did in the last couple of weeks.
Okay, thanks a lot, Gillian, for that. Okay. With that said, I think we can jump into the Grant Support Squad updates. So I'll pass it to Fifi or Sino.
Hey there, I'm here. How's everybody doing? So we are making some quick update today. Yesterday we have posted our first monthly report in our renewal. So you will find it here in the chat, the link if you want to check the news. But I will tell a little bit here. So as Nat says, yesterday we published a very interesting article about the criteria, how the process behind the scene about checking grantees concerns. This is when someone from the community has a concern about a grant, and anyone can report it. And so we start like analyzing and investigating things, and that could end in a revocation process or not. So it's very, very interesting article that maybe you can take a look and make comments to our Discord channels or discuss it with us anytime. So other than that, we are still working in our landing page and our marketing kit for grantees. Regarding to our landing page, we have generated a budget and look at for service providers and made a list of contents, and we created also a mock-up for how we wanted to our web looks like. So that's on track. And regarding to the onboarding kit for grantees, we have budgeted and reach out to service providers. Meanwhile, we are working on an internal guide on how we're going to secure the data handling of the grantees as we consider addresses to be sensitive information. So our next steps on this will be gather all the addresses from our grantees and complying with sensitive data handle. And then we are going to draft designs and talk with the potential suppliers. For our testing Tuesday, we won't have a session for the next 2 weeks since the grantee for the next week had to cancel, and then we have the 4th of July. So we will go back with DCL metrics in 2 weeks to close our first season of Testing Tuesday. And after that, we are going to make some changes in the initiative to make it more proactive and to have some better way to do it. So stay tuned on that. And for the last thing, yesterday we also published our public roadmap in Notion. So here in the chat, you can also check it and see how everything's going in our roadmap. And to finish, we have 2 guests today. We have a very interesting project, Second Escape Room, and Vroomway from Nikki Fuego. So Nat, if you are there, you can help me to show.
Yeah,
Let's go with
Oh, go ahead. Which one would you
Escape
like?
Room.
Cool.
Second Escape Room, yeah. Perfect. They have finished already their grant. So whenever you're ready, we can go. Well, that's great. A round of applause for them. They're from Spain, actually. I forgot to say.
Hello, everybody.
So now we have Vroomway. You already know about this grant. So whenever you're ready.
Beep beep, hello everybody. This is Nikki Fuego, founder and creator over at Vroomway, here to give you an update on what we've been building the last 6 months. And I'm going to do this as a shotgun approach. And if you want more details, you can visit our proposal and see all of our project updates in more detail. But I'm just going to go start to finish on everything that we've done. So buckle up and here we go. So first we start out by refactoring crucial parts of the scene, reclaiming a significant amount of file size. This helps with rendering and uploading and deploying and all those things. So it was really important that we did that. We also deployed a brand new UI graphics that also allowed us to introduce a new inventory system to allow players to swap between their vehicles seamlessly without having to swap between their wearables. We upgraded our security on the back end to strengthen the integrity of the game. We also started our competitions. We have 2 types of competitions at Vroomway that we alternate between. We have the tournament mode, which is just for the solo sprint game mode. The top 10 or the top racer every single week for 10 weeks gets 100 mana plus a mythic trophy, and this mythic trophy has perks in the game as well. And then we have our competitive seasons that are all of the game modes included. So each week we focus on a different game mode, and players earn competitive points or CP doing well in those game modes. And at the end of the season, whoever has the most CP wins. We've completed 2 of those seasons so far and crowned 2 winners, 2 separate winners, and those are displayed on our parcel that you can see. We finished off our collaboration with Wondermine that introduced a new vehicle that gave a mining bonus for Wondermine players and a gathering boost for Vroomway players. And this has been one of the most successful game collaborations that we've seen on the platform. We're really, really grateful for Wondermine and what they were able to do with us. Love that collaboration. We were able to gross over 13,000 mana in just a month and a half, which was really cool to see. A lot of racers got a very one-of-a-kind vehicle, as Wondermine's never done a skin wearable before for their games, so that was cool to be a part of that. We redesigned the entrance parcel, our main entrance, and created a better funnel and a better conversion. A lot of times we were getting feedback when people came in, they didn't really know where to go first. So we redesigned things and laid out things a little bit more, gave some indications, arrow indicators of where to go, and it's really helped with that conversion and teaching people how to actually interact with the parcel. We upgraded our global avatar system to where now all of the avatar swap is handled on the server side, meaning that it's updated on server side and everybody can see each other in their vehicles, whereas before you could only see yourself in your vehicle. We hosted our highest attendance event to date with the baby dolls for Wagby Vroom, and we also released a new circuits track for that event. It was really, really awesome to partner with the baby dolls on that. We had so much fun. We released some wearables with them as well. We also partnered with DG to introduce a new vehicle that has shine for the DG players and then a speed speed boost for the Vroomway players. That was really cool to see. That was one of our first real vehicles with tires and like kind of like a classic vibe. So that was really cool to do. The scrapyard and gathering profession received upgrades. We moved all of our crafting machines and clay machines for the vehicles to the scrapyard, as well as introduced new barrel types and everything to the scene itself, and refactored that scene so it loads a little bit better. And then we released missions so that people can go around, start these missions, and learn how the game actually plays, learn a little bit about the lore, interact with our NPCs, and kind of just get a better feel for the game in general. We released power-ups, and these are temporary power-ups that players can buy to boost their performance in the game modes and in the rounds to get a little bit more advantage and also receive better rewards in some of those. We introduced an in-game economy system to where one of our NPCs, you can trade materials to either buy or sell them. We did a collaboration and a launch party with Drafo, celebrating their VRM marketplace, with some of our community members being a part of that launch. And we also deployed our Hyperfi. This is external from Decentraland, but it was just something we did to make it more interoperable and to connect those communities together. And then we released our drag racing game mode, which was really, really cool. It's basically a gear shifting game mode. So players have to gear shift in a certain time to receive their speed boost and to get to the end of the finish line as fast as possible. We introduced a craftable mythic that is just one tier lower than the unique vehicles that players can compete to craft during the seasons. Are about to release our Solo Sprint 2 course. This is a brand new course for the Solo Sprint game mode. We took everything that we learned the last 10 months with the first track and made an even better one. It's way more interactive, way more engaging. We have vehicle mods that are coming out soon, which are basically ways that people can customize their vehicles with certain modifications and stuff. It's kind of like if you were to put wearables on your vehicle. That's going to be a new layer to our in-game economy. These are going to be in the form of Polygon NFTs, so players are going to be able to earn them and buy them and then trade or sell them. We have a level reset that's about to come out that is also going to introduce a new leveling system. We also have our Grand Prix that's coming up on June 26th. Be sure to visit us on the events page to RSVP for a special giveaway at the event for those who RSVP early. And we're going to be giving away 3 one-of-one unique trophies that are going to be wearables and have in-game perks, and they are unique, so there's only going to be one of each. A 15 by 15 build hosted on a world server, so it's going to be huge. It's going to be the biggest track we've ever built. And then at the end of this, once everything's released, we're going to start the migration from SDK 6 to SDK 7, so that way everything that we're building going forward and the things that we're going to make open to the public and open source are going to be SDK 7 friendly. And as well as with that transition, we're going to transition from AWS to PlayFab, just so we can have a more flexible approach when it comes to game mechanics and server mechanics. And that's all I got. I hope you guys were buckled up for that because that was a lot of information. But again, if you want to see more details, you can visit our grant page and go to our project updates to see all the information there. I hope to see you guys on the track, and stay Vroomin'.
Well, that was awesome. Thank you very much. So that's it from our side today. Passing it to you, Fess.
Thanks, Fifi. Yeah, really great updates. So thank to our grantees for sharing that. And I think that's pretty much all for our agenda. I'm going to kick off the open forum. So if anyone has questions about the updates that we provided, or if you want to ask questions to the grantees or anything else, this is the time. I am leaving this open for a few more moments. So if anybody wants to jump in and ask any question or make a comment, it's now. Okay, great. So I think there's nothing else to discuss. Thanks everyone for joining, and let's hope to meet again in 2 weeks from now.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.